Jam opening. As anyone who's ever seen the wild and crazy Chili Peppers knows, when these guys hit the stage, there's never a dull moment. But as bassist Flea and vocalist Anthony Kiedis told us recently, it's also hard for the Chili Peppers to find a quiet moment off stage, even when they want to.
At one of our shows in one of the cities, and I was like so tired and so hungry, and I had this plate of beans and rice, and I said, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my beans and rice and relax for a nice 10 minutes of beans and rice and sitting. And I was sitting there and this fan came running up to me and went, oh, Flea, I just wanted to tell you, oh! Like that, you know, and I was sitting there and I jumped up and I said, get out of my face, you bitch! Like that. I just really cracked for that minute.
Mind you, the fan was like a 97-year-old man with crutches.
Whether or not you catch the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they relaunch their tour next weekend, you will be able to catch them right here on MTV 92, MTV's New Year's Eve show, where the Chili Peppers will join Hammer, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Belle Biv DeVoe, and others.
Anyone that would consciously, you know, apply any sort of rock and roll cliches to their life, obviously would not fit into being a Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Tonight on Breaking Out of Bounds, we're featuring a band that we think embodies the philosophy of the show. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have been around since 1984 and have seen their share of ups and downs. During that time, they have never been afraid to test musical limits, never afraid to be outrageous. They've combined funk, punk, rap, and rock into a hybrid form that is uniquely their own. And they've been known to perform live wearing only socks on their Johnsons. They do what they want to do and are appreciated greatly for it. Because of this, it's taken success a while to catch up with them, but it certainly has. Their album Mother's Milk has gone gold, and their latest release, Blood Sugar Sex Magik, is doing even better. Recently, they let us come at the last moment to tape them live at one of their shows in New York. It wasn't a made-for-TV event, played before a hand-picked audience in a sterile environment, and we did not dictate to the band how we were going to shoot it. Now, before the show, we asked singer Anthony Kiedis if we could get a camera on the stage, and he said he didn't think it would be a good idea because he might knock the guy over. And he was probably right, as you'll soon see. First, though, you're going to see a rather unusual interview that was taped in their dressing room before the show, and we think it's pretty cool because some of the subjects we discussed. You be the judge.
I'm here with Anthony and Flea from the Peppers. You know, in theory, your music is kind of black and white, do you know what I mean? And you know, it's got a lot more going on. It's got rap and funk and, you know, why do you think that your audience is still primarily white?
We actually, as a band, have no theory. We used to have a theory, but the Berklee College of Music borrowed our theory once and they have yet to give it back.
The music that we play is for everybody, and it's not like we definitely don't try to target any particular audience.
Unfortunately, it's the music industry that sort of limits our accessibility to people of different colors.
But it's like, you know, our music has been too funky to get on the rock stations.
Well, there are also the payoffs.
Yeah. And too hardcore and rocked out to get on the black stations.
But you know what? This show is about busting down those barriers, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You know, with any band, like you can say like any band that's like in the same sort of vein as us, like maybe Urban Dance Squad or Fishbone or whoever. The thing is, it always boils down to one thing, and it just boils down to like musicians playing in bands that have heart and have dedication and stick to what they do and, you know, put their entire selves into it and make all the sacrifices that a musician needs to make to really make good art.
It just seems to me so natural that someone who liked Metallica would like Jane's Addiction, or, so, you know what I mean? Somebody who liked a lot of different things would be able to get together and listen in, unfortunately.
Well, you know, people don't have open minds. I mean, lucky for us, we're able to get into Billie Holiday and the Velvet Underground and the Germs and Metallica and James Brown.
How do you guys feel about quote-unquote alternative music?
To me, like when I think about like categories of music and someone says alternative music, I mean, I guess that's what we fit into because we don't sound like Bon Jovi or we don't sound like Belle Biv DeVoe. But, you know, at the same time, it's like I think of alternative music and I think, oh, well, that means there's either a girl in the band or they're from England and they have funny little haircuts.
But it's always a good sign when a band that are true to themselves and to their art, like Nirvana, you know, can completely rise above and come out of nowhere and just sail to the top like that. I mean, that's like a good little stab of hope for all the other grovelers out there who want to do what they do and not change it to fit any sort of preconceived formula and try to make it in the music business, because if you can make it without ever, you know, having to compromise your true love in life, then, you know, that's the only way to do it.
Here's something you ain't ain't never gonna forget. Beware, take care, never go there. Oh baby, please be there. So my feels good, be my share. Hit me, you can't hurt me. Stop my kick. Kiss me, please, don't hurt me. Stick with me. Is she talking to thee? Think to me, sweet, take with me. Your mouth was made to suck my kiss. Oh baby, just for you, still little thing that you want me to. A-I-S-S-I-M-G, chicken, chicken, dear, you're like a banshee. Low brow, yes, town, give it in the song of a wow, wow, wow.